Hey YouTube, what's up? So today we are going to test ride this bike. That's the Bajaj Domino. See. So I already have had the test ride with the bike, and me, Zuhair and a couple of more friends have already come here and did the test run. I'll be probably going ahead and posting this video within a couple of days, and as of now the bike is excellent. As you can see, all the LEDs over here. We have someone who's going to explain it to us. Okay, we have Sambit over here who's going to explain it to us exactly how many LEDs and what exactly are they used for. So Sambit, could you please explain it to us?
Let's start with the LEDs which are used as daytime running lamps.
Okay.
So these are the LEDs which are used for daytime running lamps. So as you can see, there are 3 LEDs on this side,
okay,
3 on this,
okay,
and the middle light is always off,
okay,
since it is the lower beam of
right. So does it actually turn on by itself, or
no, it is actually always on.
Okay.
So this is the BS4 standard of the bike.
Okay.
So that's why it is always on. And further, if I can show you, this is the lower beam of the bike. Wow,
that looks good, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
and these are only the reflections. These are not the LEDs working.
Oh.
So now this one is the full beam. Yeah. So
that's heavy.
So the thing is, it is made up of LEDs, na? So these LEDs, they are actually visible on the opposite traffic from 1.5 kilometers.
Okay.
That is a very big safety standard of a bike.
Perfect. I mean, 1.5 kilometers. I think
you can see
it looks like as if you have put customs in on lights.
Yeah.
Literally. And from far, it looks something like a super bike coming from far.
Yeah.
Quite literally.
Yeah. And as you can see, there is a BS4 standard. There you can see a sensor as well.
Which one? Let me zoom in.
So that one is the BS4 standard bike.
Okay.
This engine is BS4 standard.
Okay.
So that's why it backfires if carbon monoxide is produced. So this one has a sensor inside it.
Okay. So let me just take you guys very close. So this is the one.
Yeah.
Right? Okay.
So there is a inbuilt spark plug as well as sensor inside it.
Okay.
So whenever the bike, whenever the sensor thinks that there is carbon monoxide inside the exhaust pipe, then it will spark one. It will give a spark and it will backfire.
Okay. And what are all the other features that you can explain it to us?
Yeah, surely, sir. The thing is, first of all, the bike is set for cruising, not for sports riding.
Okay.
So what is the thing is, the front suspensions, they are damped pretty well.
Okay.
So you could feel it on the road that many
I felt it. Yep.
Potholes as well as in variations of the road, it can handle it pretty well.
Right.
As well as the back suspension is somewhat kind of a new thing in the market.
Okay.
So this has 2 springs inside it.
Okay.
So there is not 1 spring in the monoshock, there are 2 springs to dampen it much better, as well as there is a gas-filled nitrox chamber there.
Excellent. And what else can you tell us? What I mean, in the sense till now, Bajaj has never actually released something like this.
Yeah, truly.
So how different is this from any other Bajaj product so far?
So first of all, let's talk about the quality of materials which are used in this bike.
Okay.
So this one is a pressed metal swing arm.
Okay.
There is a pressed metal perimeter frame as well.
Okay.
As well as whatever you see, all these jewels of the bike, they are with a rubber padding now.
Oh,
so all these things, they don't break easily.
Oh,
while cleaning.
That's excellent.
And moreover, sir, let me tell you that this bike is made in all ladies production.
Okay.
So this bike is totally produced by ladies. So since it is a sports cruiser,
right.
So every engine details is given on this dash.
Okay.
So there is a side stand, ABS, your engine check, your temperature.
Let me just zoom in for you guys. Sure. Okay, so they are actually lit up, all of them. The only thing is that right now the sun is blocking it.
This, as you can see, these all give you the details of engine and any other detail which you want.
Okay.
So these are not always necessary to see.
Correct.
So that's why Bajaj moved this thing instead of giving some 8 to 10 lights
Right.
on the dash. So they moved it here so that while cruising you don't have to concentrate on every icon which is coming on your display.
Correct. Absolutely.
so
and how
while-
about the other cluster? This looks
yeah.
absolutely gorgeous.
So this one is a inverse LCD display,
okay.
which you get in maximum sports bikes now.
Yeah.
So the thing is, Bajaj kept it totally simple. So you can't see your gear shift indicator here.
Right.
You can't actually set your RPM limits.
Right.
So all those things you can't do in the bike.
Right.
But while traveling, this one will only show you the odometer,
Right.
the trips,
Right.
and the time,
Right.
speed, RPM, and fuel. That's
Right.
it. So if the bike needs a fuel change, this one will be the light.
Oh, there is another
Yeah.
this thing.
And this one is your neutral. This one
Okay.
is your oil change.
Right.
This one is your indicator, which now you can see.
Wow. Nice.
And this one is the RPM limiter.
Excellent. So this was actually blinking when I was riding. So that was actually a RPM meter.
Yeah, it was going to the RPM limit. That's why
Okay.
it was blinking.
Excellent.
So this bike has its RPM limit at 9,500 RPMs.
Right. So guys, that was all about Bajaj Dominar, and thank you so much for have actually given us all the explanation. So guys, you have to, if in case you want to actually personally ride this bike and check it out, I would strongly suggest, if in case you are in Hyderabad, where is the showroom?
The showroom is at Raniganj, Deccan Bajaj. is the
Okay,
name.
so you can go to Raniganj and have a test ride of the vehicle and see if it suits you. If in case yes, then go ahead. I mean, I really liked it, to be very honest.
I like these two clusters, seriously. They look quite extraordinary, considering the fact that it looks somewhat similar to Bugatti Diavo, to be very honest. So, here we go. This is going to be my test ride number 3. And I'm going to just take a 5 kilometer or 6 kilometer or maybe 10 kilometer test ride again for just for creating this video. So let's just accelerate and see how it actually feels to accelerate on this motorcycle. No vibrations till now, and I'm doing 130. Oh man, this is a very good cruising machine. Seriously, I'm loving it. And this bike is still accelerating. Ooh. Okay, smooth acceleration. And decent brakes. It feels somewhat weird, to be very honest, because I felt that the brakes were not sharp enough. And look at the handlebar. It's actually moving. What the hell? Pata nahi yaar. I don't know whether it is the same with all the other bikes or is it just this bike, because that's dangerous. Trust me. And I'm not liking the mirrors. Mirrors are not really that good. So let's just keep accelerating and see how it performs. Okay, blink of an eye and I'm already at 100. It definitely does not feel like a KTM Duke 390. But it handles quite well. Look at this, I'm doing 140 and there is no vibration whatsoever. And it is smooth, man, it is really smooth. Trust me. I can go all day long like this. And I'm at the peak torque right now, 8,500 RPM or so. So let's do a quick brake test. Let's go to 100 and then brake. Brake! Oh, that's quick. ABS kicked in. That was quick. Okay, the tires are quite rubbish, but the brakes are quite good. I mean, I was able to brake quite easily. And about this bike, I mean, the competition that this bike has is the Mojo and Himalayan, to be very honest. And look at this, when I'm trying to accelerate at first gear, it's not giving that power output right away. This is somewhat weird. That was weird. That was really weird. And this is a brand new bike. It has hardly done like 300 kilometers or 400 kilometers or so. So anyways, this bike, the competition for this bike is supposed to be Mojo and the Himalayan. That's what the company claims. And look at this bike. It looks stunning, man. I mean, look at the headlight cluster. This is the most attractive thing that I like about this bike. And it's got a bloody 400cc. Let's just correct this. सीधे सीधे कैसे लगता है देखते हैं. Look at that. That looks like a real good bike. Click. Nice. It really looks nice. And the brakes are pretty good. These are the crash guard. And the chain that it uses, that chain is supposed to be KTM Duke 390, and the tire is the only thing that I am really not liking, to be very honest. And look at this from the back. It looks like a Bugatti DFL, to be very honest. Flick. Let's flick. That looks good. I mean, the bike really looks good. The tail, black in color, it doesn't really appeal it. I mean, it could have been white or something like that. So it comes in 3 colors as far as I know. I think 2 colors or 3 colors, I'm not sure. The showroom guys were saying that, I mean, when I'm just leaving the clutch, as soon as I release the clutch, it feels somewhat weird. It is not actually giving the entire power straight away. So it's sort of like a linear power, sort of like a soft acceleration all the way to 150. You know what's missing? The only thing that is actually missing right now is the windscreen. If we had a sort of like a windshield kind of a thing in front, the one that it has in default, it's quite small. And if you have a little longer one, it would have been a much better package overall, for at least for a cruising purpose. And I'm liking the insane value for money that this bike is. I mean, really good. This has a very stunning design, just like the concept Pulsar NS 400. It's almost like 90% of that concept bike that they showed in the Auto Expo. And it has dual channel ABS optional. Look at this, how quickly it stops. It's not very sharp, and I am 6 foot tall, and I can easily sit on this. I think even a 5'5" can easily sit on this bike without any problem at all. And the frame looks quite neat. Look at the silencer, the kind of finish it has. It's quite good actually, to be very honest, and it has got a very soft kind of a feel to it, very smooth overall. It's got this tank which looks like borrowed from NS 200, very similar, and it's heating up already. I mean, if in case you're doing 120, 130 non-stop, then it actually heats up. That is something that I didn't really expect, to be very honest. So here we are at this small dhaba wherein we are going to have lunch. Me, Zuhair and Morosol, we three came together to have a test. We were invited by Bajaj.
इसका फुल रिव्यू 3 मिनट्स में कैमरा ऑफ हो गया. मैं स्विच्ड ऑफ आफ्टर कमिंग हियर.
Look at him. He is drinking Horlicks.
नहीं गार्लिक.
Horlicks are getting ready.
Okay, so we are done with our lunch and it's about time that I'm going to take this out for another spin. So one thing I noticed that they told me that it has a slipper clutch. Now that, slipper clutch, I'm not feeling it, to be very honest. And another thing that I noticed was that the chain set, it is exactly the same that Duke 390 has. So it's the same exact chain set, and there is no main stand, by the way. So it's got only the side stand. So let's do a quick acceleration test and see how it goes. Okay, let's go. So let's try hitting the top speed, which is supposed to be 160. So let's see how quickly it reaches there. I'm not sure if this bike will make it because I am almost 110 kgs. Let's see, 150, 52, 54, and it is stuck. So this bike can easily do 150, no problem at all. So what's missing? The windscreen is quite minimum, does not do justice for a... I am actually satisfied with this motorcycle. I'm actually very satisfied with this motorcycle. For the price range that it comes with, this is a value for money. And the tires could have been better than MRFs that it has. So let's try once more and see how it goes. And this bike is food, man. Even at 150, I am not even noticing any vibrations whatsoever. This is really smooth. It's one of the softest suspensions that I have come across. Not too hard like Mojo, and forget about KTM Duke. And look at this, I am cruising at 140 and it feels absolutely normal. It doesn't feel like I am at 140 at all on this bike. This is a really good bike. It's insane in terms of value for money, no doubt about that, and it's definitely like in terms of business, it's definitely an outsmart kind of move from Bajaj, sort of like a lower blow to Himalayan and Mojo, honestly. So tires could have been better. It's got this MRF soft compound tire, but then I didn't feel the pump at all. Nice, this is soft. This bike is actually very, very smooth. So what's not so good about this motorcycle? Expensive parts replacement. That is number one. And the exhaust sounds very much like a Pulsar. And it does not, are you able to hear this? I am not sure if you are able to hear this, but the exhaust sounds exactly like a Pulsar. So there is no difference whatsoever. This bike is exclusively priced at 1.5 lakhs till March, and only till March. After the end of March they are going to increase the price. So the plus point about this bike is that it's got this insane pricing, but it's not going to last forever. And look at the stability. I'm doing 140 without my hands on, and it's easily doing it. So let's do a little bit of off-road. I did ask the guys in Bajaj if this could do a little bit of off-roading like the Himalayan can. The only difference being it does not have a long travel suspension, but then it does work. I mean, look at this, it's very soft and very smooth, even off-roads, and there are so many bumps and I don't feel anything. Good, man, this is good, and it is quite agile. And in terms of oh, I can feel the heat now. The bike is really hot. Overall, good stuff. I mean, it's got a small tank for a tourer, but then it's good stuff. Look at this key. This looks exactly like a Pulsar key. There is no difference. So they could have actually gone ahead and given something better to look at least, because this is supposed to be a premium bike. And when I sit on this, it's so comfortable. The rear looks quite good overall, and the overall package that I am talking about, the slipper clutch, the dual ABS, and the radiator and whatnot, and there are some thorns over here, quite large ones. Overall, I really like this bike, and it does not really need anything at all. I mean, you can go ahead and buy it right away off the showroom and you can ride it like crazy, and it will do the job for you. And honestly speaking, my honest opinion is that this is a very good bike for the price tag that it has. So the ABS is kicking in, and that's not good. When you're doing off-road, it's always recommended to turn off the ABS, and I have no clue if you can actually turn it off, because I didn't ask the Bajaj guys if you can turn it off. Look at this. I mean, it is easily taking the vibrations and the bumps without any problem. It's because of the soft suspension that it has. Nice. I didn't feel a thing. That was a pretty big bump. Let's try that one on the right side. That's a big one. easy, piece of cake. Yeah man, I mean I really like this bike. I really like this bike overall. For the kind of value for money, this is really a value for money bike. Liked it, seriously. Good stuff.